SUNSfan here with SyndereN. Shopify versus OG Game 1. Very important series for both teams. I mean, even the teams that are eliminated already.
Okay, unexpected first blood here.
Taiga kills Crit.
Vision there for the lift, Taiga. Really nice escape from Crit. I think, did Taiga just place that obs? He did.
Miracle's actually going for this. BZM actually missed the timber chain. There's a TP from Taiga, but BZM burning to the ground. That was not an expected kill.
Here is getting more involved from his safe lane carry, and he actually has very good friends to play with in this game.
So going for it again. Sticky bomb into the blast off as well. BZM burning to the ground. Second death in less than a minute.
Timber just hasn't lost his lanes ever.
Crit actually pops a fairy fire blood grenade on top of him. Looks like he's going to survive those. 4 stacks on Seb. So he does
be in trouble here.
Careful. Sticky bomb is there. A couple more right clicks will do it.
Oh,
and
boy.
That's a TP down as well. So OG getting punished in this mid lane.
Either you can, I guess you can just roar him straight up in the lane, and if he spins, then you're going to lasso off it, and if he doesn't, then
bottom lane, Seb gets the nice skewer onto Arteezy, who gets off the rupture, attempting to run away, has a lot of poison applied to him, will eventually fall. As the Omni Slash comes out, Yuragi going to spin down Fly, so they do lose the Venomancer, 2 for 1, advantage OG. And they can see Crit, he's going to get gone on now, as BZM makes an appearance.
This was basically perfect timing from OG.
Well, Miracle has boots of travel now, and looks like he's going for the Octarine BKB. As BZM, nice lasso, basically disrupting that timber chain. Blast off is going to come as well. Not sure if that even hit, but either way.
And Miracle even has
gets a big kill.
He has played a lot of Dota. He has optimized everything.
And tier 1 tower goes down. Miracle.
Is he actually going to die here? He is.
SyndereN Curse lives on. Miracle can't get to the low ground. And that kill goes to Yuragi.
Back up there. He has a shield rune. He's stupidly tanky right now.
He is attempting to TP out. Blast off is there. Still silenced. Still ruptured, but still relatively tanky. Will timber chain a little bit to the side, but dies shortly after.
What a hero. Instead of just going straight for... I mean, I suppose you do it anyway, right? Why not?
Yeah, there's no
downside.
Taiga, he's going to get gone on. Lasso and Destruction. +2 for Fly.
Nice.
And from OG's side...
Yuragi, he went Cornucopia, but is not going Battle Fury because he has Magnus.
I think he may have changed his mind.
Yeah, because this is not a good value item. Cornucopia is stupidly expensive
Global
for what
silence
it is.
Initiation with the roar and the lasso used all onto BZM. He will die, but that was expensive for Shopify. Let's see if they can get out. As OG have come in numbers, Taiga is just dying from afar. That's some long-range artillery just destroying him. Yeah.
And Arteezy's in his own triangle, so if this fight breaks out, it's a potential 4v5 where you are missing one of your key ults.
So they can get DM, that Midas. Yep, they get the Midas man, but he gets lifted right up. Blast off comes in, Omni Slash doing quite a bit of damage, but they're separating it a bit as DM does fall. Miracle now gonna TP out. Crit will probably be the main sacrifice here for Shopify as Saberlight will get out as well. So it's a 1-for-1 in favor of Shopify. All right, Shopify looking for a fight now that Roche is back up.
Taiga
Miracle jumps in, looking for Taiga. Global Silence will give them some cover. That's going to be a freebie. Does have buyback, but he wants to actually force a fight now that they are fighting around the old Roche pit.
OG are in a pretty good position here, though, with the Plague Wards and with Timber in front with the Lotus as well as Yuragi.
Yeah,
Yuragi's just going to go for it.
Definitely want to fight. Big Omni Slash onto Saberlight. He's just going to tank it like a man. He's dead. Skewer, Seb, looking for the RP. Doesn't want to use it on just Fly, so faking it out. Last off,
nice
not really connecting on much because of Yuragi. Gets off the spin as well. Lasso up again, this time reserved for Seb. That will be a kill going the way of Shopify. Taiga back into the game as BZM gets ruptured. Lincoln's applied a little bit too late, and he's just going to get bursted down. Seb buys back into the game. Timbersaw will not have that luxury. Miracle looks like he was ruptured, actually, so that was stolen. Trying to walk it off. It's going to be close. Looks like he is going to live. Finally, the RP comes out. It's on Arteezy. Skewered back into the fray, and here comes a nice blast.
Another Manta dodge.
He dodged it 2 times in a row. Yuragi and this healing were getting extremely good value. The 3rd lasso of this fight, and no damage being done to Yuragi. Greaves comes out to heal up. Miracle looks like he's going to be fine. And finally, Yuragi is brought to his knees. Does have his buyback available if he wants to expend it. Blood right onto 2. Miracle continuing to chase. Another 20 seconds on that lasso. As Arteezy and company, they're going to find DM, the Midas. No, the bash comes through. So DM is dead. The full team wipe for Shopify.
What a sick fight from them.
Wow, 2 ults at the beginning of the fight. Remember that.
Global's up in 50, and Aegis has a minute 30 on it. So.
OG.
Oh, this is dangerous. They're running through mines.
Yeah, they saw that the Techies' mines did explode. Seb gets the
he
RP,
gets
but it's
one.
only onto 1, and it is Saberlight. Skewered back into the Omni Slash. The creeps are actually tanking up quite a bit. He actually uses the cheese as well as the ancient golem, frostbitten monkey, whatever the hell that thing is called. Gets to safety. Only the Rubik has died in this fight as BZM is now ruptured and left all alone. That means Shopify can clean him up easily.
The 1 because of a fast reaction, and when you only find the Beastmaster with cheese there, that's just not good enough. Seb thought he saw an opening, but the side of Shopify too fast.
This is where it gets scary though. Skewer back into the tier 2, through tier 3s even, as Saberlight gets dropped. You have to be very careful. Global silence up. The right clicks are there along with the lasso, and that brings Yuragi down. He does not have buyback.
This is minimum another lane if
so.
if they know the buyback status, which they don't. So Shopify might chill here. And again, for OG, from a strategic standpoint, with how their lineup functions, I think there's so much pressure on Seb.
Hand of Midas, DM is dead. Poison Nova does go off. That is the new Aghanim Scepter. And good news for OG fans that Midas will be on cooldown for a while still.
They're going in.
He gets initiated, but he gets off the roar. It's going to be reflected thanks to the Lotus Orb. Omni Slash is there as well. He's going to get bursted. Actually, the roar was stolen. Very nicely done onto Miracle. So that leads to 2 cores dead for Shopify. OG trying to turn this back around. They buy back onto DM. Crit, he's on the high ground, will TP out. So they get 2 cores.
Yeah, not bad from OG there. Bad Rider Manta will be used to D-Ward, an excellent purchase.
And Timber is TPing, so they're going to have 5 members for OG. Roche is at half health. So OG going to have to do something pretty soon. Although Shopify exit the Roche pit, and of course with these Plague Wards, you have a lot of information, and now that Roche will be coming to the other side,
okay,
OG's going to go there first. And now we're going to have the fight. Miracle runs into the entirety of OG, has to pop his BKB. Crit, in the meantime, taking a lot of damage, but there's the RP used onto Miracle with the Omni Slash, and that's going to be enough to take him out. Does have buyback. Crit will die as well. I assume both will use their buybacks here as the Nullifier onto Arteezy. Has to be a bit careful. Roar finally comes out, but Saberlight dies shortly after. This is an absolutely horrible fight for Shopify to start things out. They've barely done any damage. Arteezy just trying to fight against the entirety of OG, but it's not going to happen. And he does not have buyback. Fly is dead. They've killed 4 members and forced out 3 buybacks. And now going for their second lane of barracks.
Lincoln's popped again.
30 seconds on Aegis. He's going to spin for the melee and won't even bother with the range. Although he gets ruptured, do Shopify want to continue here? Either way, it's not upgraded by either pair. So BZM, gonna pick up that regen. Trying to force a fight. Arteezy initiated on, gets sheeped and telekinesis, but there's a global silence to try to save him. Getting Swift Slash for now. Nullifier and BKB. Oh, RP from Seb, but he can't really get a good skewer off. And Arteezy still really low and completely segregated from the rest of his team, and he's dead. 95 seconds of no Bloodseeker. And Miracle completely surrounded by members of OG. And he's going to drop as well. No buyback as well. So
whether OG get cold feet, I doubt they do, though. I don't think they're worried about anything now. Taiga with another aggressive move, almost finding the lift onto Fly here. But Yuragi's going to go to town.
Yeah, they have nothing to be afraid of.
Oh, there's a buyback on Arteezy now, but...
Okay, he ticked into it. Blast off by Crit. He's going to take a double chakram and die. That was quick. He does not have buyback himself, as BZM trying to keep everybody else in play here. The roar reflected again. It just feels like this continues to happen time and time again. Yuragi and company just focusing on the Ancient. A skewer from Seb onto the entirety of Shopify, and they get decimated. And that should do it, as the Ancient completely exposed. More buybacks coming from Shopify. They somehow found the goal on the Miracle as well, as he's trying to have one last-ditch effort to get somebody. He gets DM. Midas, the efficiency center, the efficiency. Miracle doing quite a bit of damage. Yuragi has to be a bit careful, but he does have the healing wars finally destroyed, though, by the creep. Sticky Bomb comes out. The Ancient's actually going to survive here. Miracle getting on very low HP. The BKB about to dissipate, though. Yuragi's the one doing the brunt of the damage, though, and he can continue on with nothing to fear. Fly looks to be next, along with Saberlight. And now the Ancient should be going down, surely. Miracle gets RP'd as one last-ditch effort will be in vain. OG take game 1. Wow. Awesome. Awesome game.
What a cool game. I feel like that's the best game we've cast in terms of how competitive and back and forth it was. The illusions that you get as Bane Ags
Fiend's Grip.
only cast Fiend's Grip.
So if they get can't, like they're just not illusions. That's when Jif would be perfect there.
I'm a little bit... Oh, damn, that's some serious damage.
Yeah,
Taiga.
Taiga's going to take the balance strike. Crit is not going to live. But still, Saberlight with 2 kills already before the 2-minute mark. And top lane, Seb goes down as well.
Yeah, so
Shopify.
So
Where was this last
the
game?
Interesting idea. Nice 2v2 lane mid here.
Yeah, classic old days there. As Arteezy is actually getting chased out by DM.
Oh,
A bit
nice
of trouble.
power shot.
Seb, beautifully done. Just barely clips him.
Yeah, probably. Visage birds, Bloodseeker right clicks. There's a lot of just random attacks coming out. BZM could be in trouble here.
BZM is going to take a blood grenade. Centaur Stomp as well. Taiga is here to try to assist, but the Aether Remnant will bring BZM back into the arms of
Shopify
Miracle.
and getting another kill, I think, more than anything.
Yep, Taiga attempting to TP out, and the
Actually makes
Centaur dies. I don't think it had Stomp Up. That
No, it
was
wasn't right.
hilarious timing. Starting to get back on track. We can see, I mean, OG in terms of the cores, especially with Yuragi, he is doing quite
Rupture
well.
onto DM.
Rupture, Impetus as well. You can see the level advantage is big time in favor of Shopify for this
level
lane.
4.
Yeah.
Arteezy's 6.5.
Not Shackle not going to fully latch. But bottom lane, Yuragi's getting gone on, tries to waveform away. Bloodray is likely going to hit him, set up by the balance strike as well. Soul Assumption to follow, more than enough damage for Shopify, who now sport a 3K lead.
This is
Extremely
not
early.
looking good for OG. Keep in mind their lineup we've talked about has some pitfalls that I think really get primarily offset by a good laning stage. Just not the case, though.
Yep, Taiga, one more right click for Miracle will bring him down.
Fly's also going to live here.
And DM makes his rotation here as well. They need to get something out of this, surely. They're going to get the slow, thanks to the trap. That'll lead to 1 kill, make it... Well, it looks like it's a trade of sorts as Miracle now. Assimilate to the high ground. Waveform, adaptive strike, couple right clicks is enough. So DM with the decay.
You're effectively relying on a shackle shot setup or on a bait.
Yep, DM
There's the shackle.
getting some help now from a couple more members of OG. Crit making his appearance as well. He's going to get slept, but we'll get the boundless strike off. Astral Step onto 1. Seb looks to be the first to fall. And now the rest of OG on the run. Taiga still level 5. You can see the phylactery going to work for Saberlight, but Bane does live. Arteezy now on the run.
They force a reaction, though. They get that ulti out at the very least. Crit. Getting some intel.
And Miracle still with that DD. Refraction's going to block a
he
lot
missed.
of that to start out. Shackle not going to latch, but the grip finally online for Taiga. Big kill for OG. And looks like Crit will be next.
I don't think this is an easy TA game by any means, but he's at least keeping up well on the net worth. And I'm assuming it's still going to be Deso next, which it is, so...
Saberlight, he's going to get shackled to his own familiar, but a nice stun comes out from the other one, and that leaves Saberlight A-okay. And actually, Tombstone expended and Flesh Golem. See if Shopify can try to engage here.
Boy.
Trying to go on top of Yuragi. He's already at half HP, and he gets decimated. Already out of the game.
Straight into the Monkey King ult with Diffusal. That's only going to end one way.
Now, DM's going to TP out.
Taiga's not going to be so lucky here.
Taiga will be the sacrifice. It could have been a lot worse for OG.
Definitely dropping the ball there a little bit. You're right, it could have absolutely been worse. Like, if that broke into a full-on team fight, they could have lost 3 or 4 or even 5 heroes. And yeah, Seb is actually showing on the wave, so it might just come to happen now. Crit, waiting here. Seb is super dead.
Saberlight in the area as well. You can see the shackle just on the familiar, but the phylactery just rips Seb a new one.
I feel like that's probably one of the avenues of Pro Dota where the teams can improve the most. I'm not saying the flowers are exceptionally important, but I think they just forget about them a lot, where they're like kind of in the neighborhood and it is the better play to go and grab it.
Yeah.
Nice delay here from Taiga. He will eventually end up dying though, but made them work for it a little bit. The supports on OG do not deal well with Visage coming out of Fog. Bane has no counterplay. This is a nightmare matchup, no pun intended actually, for Bane. It's one of the worst. Visage with Ags is awful.
Well, is this the SyndereN curse? Saberlight is surrounded completely, trying to TP out, but the meld strike is there.
Good damage from BZM here. Saberlight really wants... Oh, nice power shot from Seb.
Wow, all right.
Sexy.
That's a good pickoff.
He's going to find Undying.
He's
I don't think this is possible.
That's the Crimson popped. Rupture on top along with the Blood Right. Trying to focus down this Tombstone. He actually will die, and the Tombstone will fall shortly after as well. Let's see if Shopify can do a little bit more. That's the buyback on the DM. Remember, he doesn't have his ult or Tombstone. I'm not sure how valuable that's going to be. He's already used the Crimson as well, but that is enough damage to delete Miracle. So I think with that, Shopify backs up. Shopify with an 8K lead now.
This map is so small for OG. They have like no control of anything.
Yeah.
This Roche should eventually go to Shopify as a result of that. If they just find any meaningful pick. Taiga is very dead right now. The question is if you get any more.
Yeah, Fly able to heal through this, and Taiga, like you said, will be the one to fall instead.
Looks like Yuragi will get out of there, so only that one kill, but again, this is a very important moment for OG. They have vision here, and they're set up.
Jump. There's a nice shackle onto Arteezy. Remember, he has the Aegis, though, as Seb just getting completely demolished. And just like that, it's a 5v4.
Looks like it. Hunting DM,
Miracle.
though. He needs to save his Remnant here.
Does he have vision?
Just keep running at him.
He sees him. Unfortunate for DM. It's going to take a while to kill him, though. And meanwhile, on the other side, Saberlight's going to find Yuragi in the triangle. Although the grip is going to be onto Arteezy, who did fully heal. Looks like that is going to be the death of him. Actually, the Aegis was consumed before that. What in the world? As DM looks to be dead, finally. Takes them a million years, but it's going to cost them a couple core heroes from Shopify.
They killed Arteezy twice in half the time that the others killed him. I think if you're Shopify, you need to account for TA in the fights. I think if she ever shows, you need to force her out of the fight, either by killing her or just making her retreat. You can't let her freely run around.
Yep, Yuragi able to get out of this area. The focus right now is onto Seb, who's extremely low in HP, finally will drop. And the Crimson Guard pop by DM. And Arteezy just gets melted, though. Even though the Wukong's command on his side, the focus is now on Yuragi. Pops the Manta, getting that strength move as high as he can. Aether Remnant back into the arms of Shopify, though, and he will die. I looked over just as it changed to the Roche icon, that little transition.
Saberlight with the info here.
Yeah,
he sees
the
everything.
Lotuses. The Lotus is very important. BZM. He's going to get stun locked. That's two of them. Boundless Strike as well. Taiga is dead. Good Wukong's command. The Crimson is keeping them alive for the time being. As Seb attempting to get out of dodge, everybody's just in this same little area, which means BZM can just go ham. The Psyblades ripping through everybody. That is a dead Void Spirit to start things out. Saberlight still in that stone form. See the Meld Strike being procced up here, but you can see he was disarmed for a little bit. Was BZM. As Saberlight's still invisible in the tree line, using that terrain to his advantage. Teleportation is fine.
Seb just effectively stopping the fight there.
And I believe he purchased it, right? He purchased it every game, it feels like.
It is amazing. It's such a good shot on a support.
Roche up in 13 seconds.
Yuragi's showing himself
How close
again.
are we to daytime? It's still a minute 16, so we could be having a repeat of game number 1. Oh, nice Boundless Strike onto 2. Crit jumps in, gets the Wukong's command. Arteezy trying to focus down the Undying. He does so successfully. Taiga drops as well, so 2 dead very quickly as now the sights are set onto Yuragi. And he is completely surrounded, silenced, and brought down. Big fight for Shopify. Seb has to teleport out. 40 seconds, SyndereN.
Will they even go for it?
That's true. They do have the option.
They're going to split. They'll do the split. I like this, actually. They can do it with 2 and still look for the kill here on Seb.
Yep, that'll be an easy one. And onto the high ground they go. And there is a fortification again from OG. Feels like they have an endless amount of them. That was definitely a bit strange.
Sometimes you just got to go for that RG.
Oh, BZM getting stun locked. Do they have the damage? He pops the BKB. Disarm for the time being. We'll try to reconnect now. So Shopify not able to blow him up, but they do force out that BKB. Yeah. Nice shackle onto Saberlight. Oh, actually his familiars get one shot by BZM. They have to resummon him if he has the opportunity.
Now the shackle.
Maybe they just reset. Yep, crit on the trees. He's going to get gripped after jumping down of his own accord. Looks like that's going to be a freebie for OG. But the Rupture coming out onto BZM. Arteezy with that Blood Mist trying to rip right through that refraction. He doesn't have the damage, though. Finally, they do get the kill. It cost him the Aegis. Buyback available on TA. Will expend it immediately. You see the Halberd applied to Morphling. Things had quite an effect this game. As the Aether Remnant into the Blood Right. Down goes DM. He will buy back now. Looks like Taiga will be caught out, gets the Nightmare to be able to save himself for the 1 second, will buy back as well. So every buyback being expended from OG, can they hold? Shopify, their lead has increased to 25K. See if they attempt to just reset or if they want to continue to fight this. Miracle running out of mana. As Crit able to get off another Wukong's command. He's going to get pushed on the outskirts, but it will stay alive a little bit longer, but finally does drop. Yuragi, extremely low on HP, will wait for him in. Blood Mist ripping through DM. Yes, he actually is going to heal as a result. Ultra kill Arteezy. You were questioning the Aghanim Scepter, SyndereN. The Blood Mist was enough to keep him alive and win game 2. Will he get the Rampage? He's going in deep. He really wants it. The game ends.
He says XDY, and Seb says no.